Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Well, welcome to my page. My name is Michaela from Paint Fixation here in Middleburg, Florida, and today I'm going to show you how I painted these cushions and how I'm going to wax them to make them feel nice and soft so that they can be sat on and comfortable. So if you are new to my page, please come say hello and let me know that you're here. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Okay? So let me start out by saying the cushions that I'm painting is a custom job that I have that a woman, hi Cindy, that lives about an hour from here, contacted me about painting the cushions on her RV. Now, this was a big job, guys, and I was on a time crunch. I have been working 12 hours a day for like 4 days now. I think this is the fourth day. And she's coming to pick it up in about 2 hours, and we're just about finished. Thank you so much, Cindy. You're the best. So, I have a video from a few days ago, from Wednesday night, showing how I painted these. Now, I was a dual live, so it's kind of a little bit hard to see what I'm doing, but basically you paint it very similar to painting anything else. You use some water, you use paint, you get it on there. These soaked up so much paint. It took, for this couch, it took two 32-ounce containers for the couch. And then for the cushions, I had two big ones like this, the seat cushions, and then two backs like that one there. And that took 3.5 32-ounce containers, however many ounces that is. I can't do math right now. My brain's not working. But I'm going to show you two ways that you can apply the wax. Now, the wax is not necessarily for sealing the paint. The paint pretty much dyes your fabric, and so just like anything, this paint does not have to be top coated. This is Dixie Belle paint. It does not require a top coat. After 30 days, it's cured, hard as a rock. But for furniture, for cloth, if you add wax to the top, it makes it soft. It almost makes it feel like leather. And you can do it a couple different ways. I'm going to show you two ways to do it today. I'm going to show you how to do it with Easy Peasy Spray Wax. This is one of my favorite waxes because it's easy peasy. Okay? I love it. It makes the job so much easier. And then also I'm going to show you how you can apply the Best Dang Wax in clear, okay, to get the same effect, a little bit more labor involved in it. So if you don't have the Easy Peasy Wax, this is absolutely going to work. These are both going to work equally. They're just, one is a little bit easier, this one's a little bit more labor. And after all of the scrubbing of the paint that I've been putting on, this is a godsend for me. So it took one full one of these to do the couch. And I think I had a little bit left over for one of the backs. So I've already done the other two pieces. So I'm going to show you on this piece how I use this, and then I'm going to go to the rail over there and show you how I did the clear wax. So basically it is just as easy as when you are applying this to furniture. I'm not kidding. I'm going to move y'all back just a little bit. Okay. So you want to, with your Easy Peasy Wax, the first thing that you want to do is you want to always shake it up until you cannot hear it shaking anymore. Okay, that's the first thing that you need to do. Okay, then I forgot to tell you this. So after you're done painting it, actually I did this between every single coat that I did. I sanded it. I sanded it with a fine grit sandpaper, okay? And you just want to go over the whole piece, and you'll be able to tell where you've missed, okay? Because it will, like around here, down here, I missed. Hi Jane, you made it! So you'll be able to feel where you've missed, and basically what you're doing is you're just knocking off any bits of paint that are on top, and you can feel where you didn't sand it. Okay, it's not hard to tell. I actually used my Surf Prep, which is an electric sander. Hey, Jason. But it's really loud, so I didn't want to turn it on. But I use the Surf Prep because in here I can hook it up to my wet dry vac, and there's no dust anywhere, so it's really good. But I just want to show y'all. This is a 220 grit sanding sponge from Dixie Belle. These are amazing. You should get like 20 of these every month. They're just amazing. Actually, they last forever. You don't even have to have them. So after I use these, I wash them, and the more you use them, the higher the grit. Okay, so after I use it for this, I'll wash it, and then I'll use it. It's almost like a 400 or 500 right now. So you just take it and rub it along and knock off any of the little hard bits of paint that you might come in contact with. So after you've sanded it, and I did that in between every coat, remember, and that just makes it easier for each coat to go on. It's not a necessity, but I didn't do it for a couple of coats just to test the theory, and it definitely allows the paint, the next layer of paint, to go on easier. Okay, so what you do is you shake up your Easy Peasy, and you literally are just going to spray it on. It literally is this easy, guys. This is a clear wax. It cures in 6 hours. It's our fastest curing product. It dries in 30 minutes. And then after I did that, I had bought this Paint Pixie brush. It's called the Buff. I literally bought this just for this project because I wanted a big surface so that I wouldn't have to do it, so that I wouldn't have to do small surface, like, you know. It's been a tough job. And I just smooth it all in there, all into the grain of the fabric. And then I'm just going to move up. And you can kind of see where I stopped. You can feel where you stopped. And like I said, it dries very quickly. And then after I did this, I'm going to show you what I did after that I haven't seen very many people do, but I was just testing different ways of doing it. I'm going to go ahead and go all the way down, making sure it's shook. You want to shake it frequently to make sure that all the particles in there that do the job. Okay. Then I'm going to get my brush. And I'm pushing in really hard because this is a very soft brush. And this is used for buffing wax, but it was working perfectly for this. Pushing the wax into the grain of the fabric. Okay? And now it's so nice and soft, like butter. And then I'm going to do this top piece right here. And if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And also, if you're watching on the replay, don't hesitate to ask questions, because I always go back and check. I got really good coverage on this side here. This fabric had a very strong pattern to it, so it was actually very difficult to cover. I will say that the parts that have the strongest coverage here feel the most like leather. But this is several layers. And as you can see, it is not cracking. You see that? It's not cracking at all. Not cracking. As thick as that is. Okay, and this has already been sanded. So even though it took like 4 12-hour days to paint these, it's literally only taken me maybe an hour to wax them. I mean, it's really that easy. This again has been sanded. Some of this is a little rough right here. And that, it literally is that easy to knock off the hard parts. And again, this is not really meant to seal the paint, as the paint does not need to be sealed. This really is just giving a nice, soft, smooth finish to the fabric. Just like that. And then I'm going to show you on the one that's already dry what I did. Okay. Hang on. After waxing, does it feel brittle? No, it does not. It feels soft. And I think that the longer they're used, the even softer, just like any leather. Hi, Amy. Piece. As you can see, it's not cracking. It actually feels very nice. But one thing I did do on this one, I just kind of tested this. This one's already been waxed and it's dry. So what I did with the one over there is I took my very high grit paper after I waxed it and I just rubbed it again, mostly out of curiosity because that's just me. And it made it even softer. Like, it's, I guess it's almost like buffing the wax. But this has already been waxed. And you can feel the softness of the wax. But taking the sandpaper to it, just, I don't know, it actually just made it, it makes it even softer. But Sherry, even the parts that are heavier with wax, with paint, because some of these areas, like this end piece, is much thicker with paint than the fronts and backs. Just because I knew this is what was going to be showing all the time, and it's not cracking. The little pieces that you see here, this is just the threads, the darker threads that didn't get covered. But this is not stiff. I mean, it's a little stiff, but it's not brittle feeling. Like, it doesn't feel, it just feels like a new cushion is what it feels like. But taking the sanding sponge to it helped to soften up the wax even further. Okay, and now I'm going to show you how to use the, I'm going to show you over here. Let me get my lights out of the way. They're very bright. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do this edge right here. I've already sanded this. This is 2 coats of paint. This fabric was actually easier to cover because there's no pattern on it. It was just one color. But because I wanted to try the wax, the clear wax, also, I used this to do it. So the clear wax looks white. It isn't. It dries completely clear. And I'm using a waxing brush by Paint Pixie. Okay. And you just want to go in and get your wax on your brush. And I'll do what y'all can see. And you just want to very liberally, actually this is how I hold it because my wrist hurts. And it will go on white, but as you can, well, you can't see, but that one over there is completely clear. And the bristles from the waxing brush are very stiff, so it helps to get the wax into the cracks. Because this does have, even though this doesn't have a pattern, it has a texture to it, whereas the other one's not as. Yeah, Amy, I was just saying it. I've had about 4 12-hour days. I was kind of on a time crunch, and I'm exhausted. But I'm happy with the way it turned out, and I hope the customer is too. She'll be here about 5. So let's hope she's happy too, huh? So after you put this wax on, it also makes it very smooth, okay? It's kind of amazing, and you can see the cushions back here that I've finished that are already sitting there. And if you want to see how this started out, the pattern on this, check out my video from the other day on Wednesday evening that I did with Kristen, and I show one of the cushions before I started painting it. It looks quite different than the original. Let me get this way. Make sure y'all can see. Okay, so again, I'm just going to get a liberal amount on my brush. And get it in here. The pattern runs this way, so I'm just kind of running it into the cracks so that we get nice, good coverage. Because I'm sure this will be an area where people will set their arms, you know, put their hands on it a lot. We want it to feel nice under the skin. We don't want it to be stiff and hard. This just goes to show you that you can paint just, I don't know that there's anything you can't paint with Dixie Belle paint, really. Because my next project for myself will be my leather couch. I have a leather couch that was my mother-in-law's. It's over 20 years old. It's probably closer to 30 years old. But it's a really high quality couch. So the bones are in excellent condition. It was very, very little sat on until we got it. But it is old, and it's faded, and it's got a few scratches from the animals. And so I'm going to be painting it. I just haven't come up with a color yet. But you can even right after you apply the wax, you can feel where you may have missed. Again, not everybody holds theirs like this, but my wrist is killing me. I can't do it like this anymore. This is how I'm going. Yes, Amy, I saw your leather stools that you did. I'm actually wanting to do something similar with the blend on the leather. I thought, ooh, that's cool to do a blend on leather to make it look, you know, older and have more character than a flat finish. Because the one I have is navy right now, and I think it would be really cool to have different colors. As you can see, this looks white. See that? It looks white. But I'm going to show you that one over there. It's completely clear. I did that a few hours ago. And it's a nasty, nasty day here in Florida. It's just as nasty today as it was pretty yesterday. So I've been having to wait for everything to dry inside. And to be honest, I'm ready for a drink and put my feet up. That's what I'm ready for. Hey, Melissa. Hey. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all. So you can see this has got a little bit of white to it, but I'm going to show you over here. I've already done this. This one here is sea glass. So that's the color that I'm using, sea glass. Okay, and you can see this is done. This is all finished. It's not cracking, soft. And then this is the couch. This is blueberry. Okay, it's very soft. It's not cracking. It doesn't feel brittle. I might put a little bit more wax here. I didn't worry so much about the back because that's not going to be touched by the skin. But that's it. That's how easy it is. Does anybody have any questions? So I know this is a weird time of day. There's not a bunch of people on here, but if you're watching this on the replay and you have questions about how this was done, either ask them here or catch the video that I took Wednesday evening, and that goes through the painting process. Isn't that cool, Melissa? So neat. I mean, this is so much prettier than what it was. Like, y'all have got to go back and look at the colors that it was before. And I'll post before and after pictures too, just still photos, so y'all can see the difference. But so I'm gonna jump off. This has been a quickie, but I want to make sure I get this place cleaned up before she gets here. You know, I want to be one of those workers that leaves their workspace completely clean. Amy, I am done. This is it. Today is it. Thank you, Melissa. So Amy, I've been working on this for 4 days, 12 hours days. So I am finishing up the wax, and then she'll be here between 5 and 5:30 to pick it up. She's getting floors put in here tomorrow, so she had to have it back, which meant I had to get it done. And so I had to put my other custom aside for the last few days, but thankfully that customer's not in a hurry. These things happen, and this lady's from out of town, so I really had to get it done. But she's got a lot of work to do still in here. She's putting in tile over here, which goes very nicely with the colors that she chose. And I painted the fabric lampshades in the bedroom also. And that's it. She's painting all the cabinetry and everything else in here, so it's all kind of still being done. But I'm done with my job. So, all right. So I will definitely see you guys Wednesday evening at 7, maybe before. Got a few things I'm working on. I got a new, I don't know if y'all can, I don't know if, let me see if y'all can see this. Can y'all see that out there? My husband just got, I actually went and got it. It's a Hepplewhite buffet. Can y'all see how gorgeous it is? I can't wait to do that. It's going to be gorgeous. And that one is going to be for sale. So it's not painted yet. So if anybody's looking for a Hepplewhite buffet, I got one. Until I start painting it, it's up for custom colors. But I am thinking of classic black or navy, keeping it kind of in the classic sense that it is. But I'm very excited about it. It's beautiful. It's in perfect condition. It was a score. I don't see this very often around here. Anyway, all right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you at the latest Wednesday evening at 7. Bye. God bless. Have a great weekend.